dice that night. Reaping a grim harvest of horror. He dragged the body down the stairs to the kitchen. Put him into the icebox. The maniac killer was doomed by the crimson hatchet. He held in his blood-drenched hand. Blood-drenched hand. They got him in the end. The end.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, boys and girls, ghosts and ghouls, this is Division 3 AM, and this is the Aftermath Podcast. I'm Scary Gary, and joining me today, as usual, is Spooky Sammy.
Hi. What's up? How you doing?
And also joining me today, as usual, Eerie Aaron.
Hi, guys.
And also joining us today, as usual, well, actually not as usual, because he wasn't here for an episode. But he got off of work today to join us, and that's Juicy Jeff.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome.
And also joining us today, one of our special guests to the investigation. You've met her before, Luscious Liz.
I have a fake microphone this episode.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
They need to know honesty is the best policy.
I'm not gonna lie to the fans.
No, we're keeping it real. Everything that you see is true.
Our evidence isn't fake, but this fucking microphone is. And we're not
Real
gonna lie to
evidence.
you and say that it's real, because then what does that say for the
Right.
evidence?
That's going on a t-shirt. Real evidence,
Real.
fake microphones. Alright, so it's been a while since you've seen us. Actually, it might not have been that long, because you probably watched the Bobby Mackey's episode before this one airs. But that was a long time coming, because we had a problem with the hard drive. It burned out. We told you in our Before the Aftermath for Prospect. And now we're finally doing the Prospect episode, and we're fixing the Bobby Mackey's episode in the same day. So we're going to be wearing the same clothes we're wearing right now in that portion of the Bobby Mackey's episode, and we'll be wearing completely different clothes for the first half of that episode. So I said that was going to happen, and that's what happened. But what are we wearing? We are wearing the Division 3 AM merch. You can go check that out on our website. It's over at our... What the hell are we... Threadless.
Threadless.
I almost said Spark. And I was like, no, we don't use that anymore.
Threadless.com/Division3AM.
Yeah, and if you don't want to go look that up, just go on our website and click on the shop. And all of that will be right there for you. You can go check it out. We got a couple cool shirts up there. We don't even own all of our own designs yet. We just have a couple of them. But they're all pretty cool. We're going to keep adding more. We're all working on them, coming up with some ideas. If you guys got any ideas, shoot them our way. We'll try to make a shirt out of it. So we're coming now. This is our Prospect Place Estate episode. We did this back in April. So it's been a while.
Been a hot minute.
It's been quite a while. We've been actually really waiting to do this episode. Just due to the fact that the evidence we have for this one is probably the most shocking thing we've caught.
Definitely.
And not even just caught, experienced. It was a hell of an experience. It was pretty crazy. And if you watch the trailer to the episode, there's like a little sneak peek of that at the end for a split second. But we're gonna show that footage
Definitely
a bit later on.
The most intense podcast. It's the most intense investigation we've been on for sure.
Yet. We need a hot minute after that. We needed to
Yeah,
We
we
Gotta
actually
leave early.
we definitely
Well,
had
we
some...
didn't have to, but
Right. Well, let's not get into that. Bring up Old memories.
Gary was sleeping. He was fine.
He was
Yeah.
he was sleeping, but he was angry.
Today we are drinking. We haven't done this in so long. We kind of skipped over the beer of the
Drinking
show.
pack.
Yeah, let's just
So-
crack it.
Yeah, we already cracked it before
already
we
cracked
started.
it.
Like, we couldn't wait.
We're thirsty
I got you
boys.
guys.
This one's been brought to us by Aaron. What'd you bring us, Aaron?
So today it's an Ohio beer by Moeller Brew Barn, and it's called Blackberry Prairie Wheat, an American Ale, and it says a refreshing hint of blackberries on the nose and finish. Cheers. So let's
Oh, crack it.
One of us waited.
kind of lackluster in my opinion.
So join us at the end of the episode. We'll tell you if this beer was good or not. And now, instead of talking about where we've been and what we've been doing, we'll get to that later. Let's talk about Prospect Place Estate. Let's just jump right into it. So, it's in Trinway, Ohio, and it was part of the Underground Railroad. That's the most known stuff about it. And it's creepy as hell. It's fucking big. And there's a lot attached to it. And looking at it, you know, it feels just immediately like there's something there. Like just looking at the building. I mean, it's out in its own little field. There's like a house not too far from it, but when you drive by, you're only seeing that. You're not paying attention to anything else. It just stands out. It's way back in the field. It's huge, and it just feels like occupied just by looking at it.
Yeah.
And our host was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That was probably our favorite host to a haunted location that we've had. They're really passionate about restoring this place. Like, they are putting everything they have into bringing this place back to life. Like, this is like their pride and joy. And they even said, you know, if it wasn't for the ghost hunters, they wouldn't have the money to do this. Like, people going out and investigating there are keeping it alive. And we wouldn't recommend going there if it wasn't worth it. I mean, it's worth it for the history. It's worth it because it's a beautiful place. It's worth it because you're going to get some stuff in there. There's activity in there. Compared to every place we've been, we can promise you're going to find something in there.
You're gonna.
Or it's going to find you.
That's for sure.
So, like, what are you guys' thoughts on Prospect?
Oh man. Well, the beginning went rather well. I had a good feeling from it. Nothing negative when I entered the building. It seemed very calm, very just welcoming. As the night went on, mood kind of changed. You know, the barn has a completely different feel. Very, very different. Just go there and find out for yourself. It's just a beautiful place. They're slowly restoring it, so you know that's good. What do you think?
I thought it was a beautiful location. I love the history to it. I just really love old architecture, so I thought that was really nice. But from like a paranormal aspect, we caught so much stuff there, so I would definitely recommend it. A lot of people probably don't even know about it, but highly recommend. I feel like we got more there than we got at Bobby Mackey's, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome to like just step into a piece of history. So.
What about you, Jeff? What'd you think?
I mean, a lot of the same sentiments. That place was awesome. I mean, I don't get the feelings that these guys get walking into places, so I can't speak to that part, but the layout of the place and just the overall ambiance of the place was really cool. And like Gary said, our guides were awesome. Like, they're really passionate about the place, and they were really excited to share the history with us and to debunk some of the, I don't want to call it, the rumors about the place and all that stuff, and kind of break down the history for us. I did put a history on our Facebook page if you want to go check that out, or you can go to prospectplace.com. There's a whole history, or Prospect Place, just Google Prospect Place, Ohio, and check out their website, and they have an entire history of the building and the family that lived there listed on the site.
They actually have a lot of historical records kept there too. They have some books and stuff that are like all about stories of people who've had something to do with that building. So even just going there, you're going to see a lot of history. They have a lot of the stuff from the Underground Railroad in display cases. They like have the handcuffs and such like that. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff there to see on top of investigating there. Like a lot of paintings are there that were of the owner. I mean, it's really cool. It's just so much to see there. Like you can't even list all of it because it's kind of like mind numbing to be there.
Yeah.
To the point where you're just in such awe, you're gonna forget some of it.
Plus, we wouldn't want to list it all because we want you to experience it for yourselves.
Right,
Yeah.
definitely go experience it for yourself.
I'm not gonna put any thoughts in anyone's head like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see this and this is gonna happen, you know.
Plus, they're adding stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They even have like a lot of the original stuff that they were able to track down that they're waiting to reinstall onto the building. Like stuff that had been removed from the building, they tracked down and got it back, and now they're going to put it back how it originally was. And some of the stuff that was lost to history, they got the blueprints, and they're going to recreate it exactly how it was. So it's a really cool project that they're doing, and they're putting a lot of effort into it. And it's just a husband and wife team. It's just two people like putting it all together.
They're very passionate about it, that's for sure.
So what did you think about it, Liz?
Well, the town is so small around it, and they have some other cool like places, like that big basket that we went to, like waiting to get in there, and like it's definitely one of the big staples of that town that makes it. Yeah, the feeling that I got there was mostly sad, and I don't know. I just kind of whenever I go ghost hunting and get really quiet, and that place just made me feel like drowning in sadness. But the place itself, like meeting our tour guides, they said that the guy before was a hoarder, and it does not look like someone was hoarding in there at all. Like they've really done a really good job.
Yeah, they cleaned it up well.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
They even have a gift shop, but with all the spooky stuff, yeah, just being there, like it draws in that energy because we had people at the end of the driveway at like 3 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Just out there shining flashlights and
There were
they
people
did not do
yelling
that
at
at a good
us.
time because that just pissed me off even more.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that shortly here.
it really, that place invokes emotion, and you will definitely have a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Don't want you to go to Cedar Point. So
That's our thoughts on the place, like as a whole, but we're gonna have to like go and break down like our experiences as we remember them. I mean, yes, it's been a while since we've been there, but a lot of this stuff is so memorable. It's like burned into your brain. You're not gonna forget a single detail about it. And we've been waiting for quite some time to talk about this, and coming up soon, as we usually do, we'll be playing some of the evidence that we found from there, including what I'm pretty sure is the most profound evidence we've captured yet, the most surprising, the most shocking, and in the terms of what kind of evidence is out there in the world right now, I'm thinking this is going to rank up there quite a bit. We also had two other guests with us, Jen and Josh. They went with us. I know their experiences were varied between them. I know Jen's experience like had her floored, but let's let them tell you about it.
Turn it over to them.
Take it away, guys.
Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm Jennifer. This is Josh. So, where do you want to start at?
Well, when we got there, I was pretty impressed with the place.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that big, but it was freaking massive.
Yeah,
I was a little intimidated at first, though. Like, it was huge. I don't know. I just had like a sick kind of feeling in my stomach, but I think it was just adrenaline. I've never been on any other investigation, so this was my first one. I was kind of terrified. When we first got there and we walked in, I kind of felt like a coldness. Like there was things actually like present there. just I don't know. I just had cold chills when I first walked in. It was pretty cool.
It wasn't when we first walked in. It was when we were getting the walk around. The tour is when I finally felt something.
Yeah.
First time ever, because usually nothing ever hits me. I'm usually like, not really sensitive to any of that stuff. But I just felt like this cold wind just like sweet me. And that was actually pretty exciting at first. And then later during the investigations, things started to pick up a little bit. I started to feel like I was being watched. I usually don't get like paranoid or that feeling like I'm being watched. But that kind of set me into a kind of a quiet mood. Everybody could tell something was wrong and going on. But other than that, that's probably the most I felt during the investigation. Everything else that was going on, I just kind of
Just went with the flow.
I went with the flow and just like, and what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
I was just chill until Sam, when she got possessed, it seemed like.
Yeah, that was terrifying. I've never seen Sam like that. It was definitely a cold, dark feeling. If I didn't believe I walked in that place that there is an afterlife, I sure did when I seen that. That was an eye-opening experience. Like Gary, that whole situation was kind of I don't want to say too much, but like that freaked me out a little bit. Like at that point, I was like, oh fuck. Like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I don't know.
All I just remember is just like Gary saying something. I'm just looking over and
yeah, like I don't know. It was crazy.
But overall, I really enjoyed the investigation.
Yeah, I would definitely like to go on another investigation with you guys. It's very interesting to witness that stuff. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that before. We did kind of like a session upstairs. I think it was called the ballroom. Some creepy things happened up there.
Yeah.
I definitely felt presence.
I could tell.
Definitely not a nice presence. It was a very aggressive presence upstairs. That kind of terrified me, but I don't know. It was a very heavy feeling in there. A lot of sadness. When me and Liz were doing that session, that took a lot out of me. I felt very tired afterwards. I've never experienced anything like that. I don't even know what to say. It was experienced anything like that before. It doesn't cloud my judgment though. It doesn't make me want to not ever do it again. It didn't scare me off. I'm tougher than that.
And I'm
but yeah, that was insane. I did have like I was having dreams about the barn, which is also located outside. I kept having dreams, like visual dreams of the inside of this barn. And when I walked in there, it was exactly what I seen in my dream. Like the way it was built on the inside and the way it led up to the rafters on top of there, like that was scary. That was like a surreal moment for me. I felt very cold in there. I felt like there was definitely something in there. It was just like dark and
Yeah, I
yeah, that was
but
like it kind of made you like, because
yeah,
there was like certain things that we were doing, like you guys were like trying to talk and stuff like that, and then like Josh kind of got like a real heavy feeling.
yeah, I kind of really don't remember what was going on most of the time.
Yeah, that was
I just kind of, for
crazy.
me, it kind of felt like I was daydreaming or something.
Yeah, like an out of body experience.
Something
kinda.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So after the night ended, I was definitely scared. I was definitely like, what the fuck just happened?
I definitely wanted to go back again.
Yeah, Josh was like, I am for this. Can we do this one more time? And I'm just like, sure.
I'm more of a little daredevil, so
Yeah. To be completely honest with you, I was terrified. I was definitely terrified, but like I said in the beginning, I would definitely do it again.
I wasn't expecting to experience stuff either.
Yeah. So we definitely appreciate you guys letting us join in on this fucking sweet ass investigation. Definitely Prospect Place.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah. There's some shit going on, guys. Definitely some shit. Yeah.
I'd go there about 2 or 3 more.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we do. We really enjoyed it, and we can probably give you some of the evidence that we've collected too.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff, so we'll send it to you, Gary. Bye.
Ghost and Ghouls, you're tuned in to the Aftermath Podcast.
So, on our initial walk-in, like, you could feel stuff just on the tour. Just as we're being walked through, you could feel differences in different rooms. Jeff couldn't. But once we got up to the ballroom, like, as soon as I walked in, I had, like, such a massive back pain. And I believe it was Jen was saying she had a headache.
Yeah, I had a headache.
You had a headache.
I just felt kind of like drained. Like as soon as I walked in the room, and the farther back in the room that I got, like it just made me. It just gave me a sense of like just not really being mad, but just being like annoyed with the headache that I had, and like it was just a weird feeling. And as soon as I left, I was fine.
I had some nausea up there, but not until like late in the night.
Yeah.
But I was like, I like puked in my mouth a little bit. Sam's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just puked in my mouth a little bit."
Just like a little spittle.
But I was like nauseous the whole time up there.
Yeah, it was weird. Was it the second time we went up there? Or was it towards the It was ramping up. That's what it was doing.
Yeah, it sensed us coming in. It felt like I got poked in the back for a second. I kind of jumped and like took a few running steps, and then like I don't know what that was, and then all of a sudden my back's hurting. I'm like, alright, I don't like this room.
My legs felt heavy, like someone was literally trying to hold me in that room.
Yeah.
And so Jen and Josh were in front of me when we walked in, she said she felt something go through her.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I do remember her saying that.
Sounds about right, because there's an evil force and
Like
something.
there was different feelings because we went up there like 3 times, and every time we went up there was like a slightly different feeling up there. Like the first time didn't feel as strong as the second time. The second time was
Right.
definitely
Yeah.
the
It varied.
heaviest.
Got intense.
I feel like we all as a group that can say though that was the most intense room.
Yeah.
Like, out
That
of the whole
was-
place.
Oh yeah.
Other than
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
like the medicine,
the medicine
sick room?
That,
The
yeah,
sick
the
room.
sick room. That was
yeah,
pretty.
sick room.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty intense too.
Well, I actually have a video from the sick room that is, well, it's really audio. It doesn't really pick up anything in the video, but it's so distinct that I can't find explanation for it when nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that once we get to the evidence. Just giving you guys a little breadcrumb. Stick around. Stick
We're
around.
leaving you a little trail.
Just hang out.
Follow
Just
us.
hang out with us.
Follow us to the cool shit.
children. Come, little children.
I knew Hocus Pocus was coming in here somewhere.
Oh, it's always coming for me.
Oh, it's always there. Never leaves.
I like her yebos. It's okay, because she's still my age now. Back then, she wasn't.
Best she's ever looked.
Yes, that's true. That was a completely darker, thicker feeling up there. It was known, or at least it's been thought, that people were breaking in or sneaking into this place and doing satanic rituals up there. There is a big cross painted on the wall. It was all painted blue at one time to keep like evil out. So we do know about that, but we did not know before going to this place or while we were there, up until the moment it happened, what we were really in for. Because it kind of changed everything for us, like in our looks at investigating now. It's just, it's like you see it on TV, you see it in movies, and you just think, it's a movie, whatever, it's a television show, they need ratings, and then you experience something like that, and it's like, okay, this is real.
Yeah. It's pretty
And-
scary.
Stick around, we'll get there. Now, the ballroom,
I'm
yeah,
excited.
kind of evil place. Whatever went on up there was not good. In comparison and contrast, that was the top floor of the house. Well, besides the little apiary or whatever you go up there with the windows. The basement, that's a completely different place. It's the first basement I think I've ever been in that wasn't creepy. And it should have been creepy.
Yeah,
It was-
I agree. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
It should have been.
For what went on down there, it should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
For
how
sure.
it was built too. Like should have. It was dirt floor still. Like all the floors were dirt.
Yeah.
It was little corridored hallways, small rooms off to the side. Then there was just one really long hallway that didn't go nowhere. And a little girl had died, had fallen off a balcony, and it was too cold for them to dig up to bury her back then, that they just put her on ice at the end of this hallway because it was the darkest spot in the house that would keep it cool. And they just left her body there on ice until it was warm enough for them to dig a grave. And still, the basement seemed like the calmest place. This is where the slaves hid, where they notified the owner that they were down there by tapping on the ceiling, which was the floor to his office. That would let him know that slaves had made it in. And I was down there by myself when we were setting up equipment. Like, I went down there to set up cameras, and, like, I felt like I could have just stayed down there by myself the whole time. Like, I wasn't creeped out. Usually in situations like that, I'm like, I need to hurry up and set it up and get the hell out of here and take off running as fast as possible. I was calm as hell down there. I was talking and everything out loud. But one of the EVPs I got, I'm glad I didn't hear that in person, because I probably would have felt very differently about the basement.
Though, maybe it had that feeling because it was like a safe harbor.
That's
And it
what
was
I'm...
like-
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
too.
it felt...
It was like comforting.
It was
Like,
comforting
it
and
was a
safe.
safe space.
Oh, like a wave
So
of
maybe-
relief for those people to
Yeah.
finally have a place where they can.
But I agree. Any other basement, I'm like,
And it was kind of the heart of the house. It's where they stored the food and
Yeah,
all
like-
that. And
Yeah.
They had, what was it, like, kind of like a hole in the ground that they would stick all the food in. They'd throw all the ice on there.
Yeah.
It was...
a separate room where they did had all their canned stuff and all that kind of stuff. Their jarred.
It's so strange how they used to like store food. Back
It's
in
called
the
a
day.
larder.
Like
That's
it's so
what
weird.
it's called.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
Like, that meat's good.
That meat's fine. Just throw some ice on it. You'll be good.
Some salt on it.
And I get in trouble for putting food in the microwave.
We've come a long way in food safety since then.
I'm gonna start putting my food in the ground.
Dude, speaking of which,
So good.
Prospect Place fucked my guts up so bad.
It was that
Oh, yeah.
fucking drink that we drank.
I, like, blew up a bathroom there because I was, like, shitting myself.
We caught that on camera.
I was like, we gotta get out of here.
Not camera, but audio.
I was like, we gotta get out of
I'm
here.
pretty sure we caught that.
It's really bad. And then Gary's like, I gotta go one more time. I'm like, don't do it,
Yeah, I had to
bro.
go bad too.
And he was.
If I was a friend to you, don't do
It
it.
smelled like.
And he, like, went in there.
Like they passed each other in the hallway, and she's just.
I was in
It was like
there.
as soon as they crossed, it was a slow motion moment, and Aaron was just trying to look at him like.
I was gagging. I was like in there like.
So that was the point. That was the point the demons left my body.
That was the demon leaving her.
They left her body through one hole and left mine through my face. It smelled like burnt hair and old shoes in there.
I'm serious. Something was not right. So it was either that drink or it was that place. I haven't done either one of them
That wasn't
again.
even the only demons expelled that night.
No.
And we'll get to that later.
We all expel our demons differently. You know what I mean?
Breadcrumbs. Little breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs, stay tuned.
Little breadcrumbs. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So now the other floors really weren't that bad. Like there were the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Not much happening in there. We did set up one bedroom with Sam's doll
Yeah.
and the REM pod
Mm-hmm.
and a recorder, and we just kind of left them to be because it was one of the kids' rooms.
Which that was some strange stuff happened with that, which was really weird. That the place isn't really like soundproof, so like if you're like on the base floor, like you can pretty much hear what's going on, and we'll get to what I mean later. But
I really wish we would have set up a camera in that room along with audio.
we did for a little bit with Aaron's camera, but it wasn't. We need to get more wise cams, and we'll have to.
We need to get more
Pulling
DVR
it.
cams like Gary's got.
Yeah,
Those are nicer.
I can add 4 more.
Wise cams are nice
The
because they're
place was
small and
just
compact.
huge. Like,
Yeah.
It is huge. There's a lot to cover.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big place.
That was like the second floor was the bedrooms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't really get much going on there. We also didn't spend a whole lot of time there.
Yeah.
The main floor is where we had set up base camp. The actual room we set up base camp alone was creepy. Like
It's the parlor.
yeah, the parlor.
gentleman's room.
It was creepy on its own. I mean, it was really pretty, but it was kind of creepy feeling at the same time because we just have this giant painting of the owner just staring at us the whole time.
Because good old George was staring at you the whole time.
No, that room kind of felt really calm to me. It was just like a safe haven. It kind of felt like
I mean, I slept in it for a minute.
you did.
You did.
You did. There was
It
no
wasn't
possible
like
way.
it wasn't scary feeling. It was just creepy looking.
Yeah.
I didn't like that guy looking at me.
We set up a couple of cameras down on that floor,
Mm-hmm.
kind of watching up the stairs to see if anything happened there, and set up a camera in the basement. We set up a couple of cameras up in the ballroom
Mm-hmm.
because that was where everyone had the most intense feelings. So
Yeah. It was. And even the barn didn't really have very much of a feeling to it.
Right. It didn't really have any feeling. We're actually just goofing off in the barn most part.
Yeah.
But we did capture some pretty interesting stuff out there too.
Yeah.
And I think it was because we were goofing around, because the stuff we were getting was like because we were goofing around. Basically stuff that was said like, if you guys don't like take this crap seriously.
Yeah.
So
Josh had a really interesting feeling about that place as well.
yeah, he did. He had a really interesting thing about the
And we'll
barn.
have him tell you his story here in a little bit.
And Sam was drawn to the barn
Yeah.
at a certain point. Which
So
now
was
that
Jen.
now that we've covered all the floors, let's before we show the evidence, we're gonna talk about what happened, and then you're gonna see what happened. So we did these things called the Estes method, or Estes method. And if you don't know what that is, it's where you take a spirit box are just white noise, something to just generate white noise, and split the audio into 2 headsets, 2 soundproof headsets, so anything with audio canceling. And you and one other person wear that, and you also blindfold yourself. So you deprive yourself of your senses. You can't hear what's going on around you. You can't see what's going on around you. And the other investigators, they ask you questions. So if you're hearing anything in the white noise, you're to say it out loud. And while they're asking questions, maybe you'll respond with an answer to what they're saying, even though you can't hear what they're saying. And I will say, our experiment with that turned out pretty interesting.
Yes, it
We
did.
actually had
did
some.
3 sessions
We did
total.
4.
4.
4.
4, and the 4th was the moment things all changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did a session in the basement in the very spot where they kept the little girl's body.
That was me and Aaron's.
Aaron and Sam did the method down there.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff, we didn't even talk about the servants' quarters. But there was a sick room where basically if you got sick, you got put in this room until you got better or you died. And there's a child believed to be attached to that room. So me and Jeff did the method in that room, which was, when I listened to the audio and from what everyone else has said, it's like that was actually pretty baffling, because a lot of our answers and a lot of things we were saying were responses directly to what they were asking us. In fact, almost all of it. It was like, that's kind of weird. Like, we couldn't hear what was going on. It was actually kind of disorientating to do it, because you start to really lose your senses and you kind of feel like off balance, almost floating out in space.
It gives you a sense of tunnel vision.
It does.
When you're driving for a long time and you're just focused, it just blocks out everything else, and you just focus on the noises that you're hearing coming through. It's just crazy.
So we did one there, and then we did 2 in the ballroom. Liz and Jen did the first session in the ballroom, which had an interesting turnout. It really affected Liz. You want to talk about what happened with you there, Liz?
I was seeing stuff more than hearing any voices or whatever in the white noise, and I just kept seeing a lot of happy images turn gruesome and dark. And at one point there was just almost kind of Joker looking guy outside the window, then he was inside. He slowly just kept getting closer to me and trying to, what I think, get in me or just get to me some way, and I was like, nope, I gotta go. I don't want that. So
Yeah, I remember you were crying
Yeah.
at one point.
yeah, because I was afraid of him getting any closer. I'm just gonna call him him because
You kept screaming,
Yeah.
get away!
Yeah, she screamed, get away.
it's like,
And while they were in their session, there was a lot of things that was happening in the actual room. There was rustling and crinkling and stuff, and
Yeah, I remember. I thought I heard a rat.
yeah, it would just seem like it'd be too cold for mice. The time that we went, and it was super rainy and
Also, we
stuff
found
outside.
0 evidence of any mice.
Yeah, we looked.
We even looked and tried to see if there was any droppings or anything around.
there was bird poop though in the very top watchtower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
what
shitty.
we heard was it sounded like it was a mouse squeaking, and then it was rustling. So it didn't sound like wings flapping or whatever.
Yeah, there wasn't any birds. It just there was.
Oh yeah,
I
I
got
seen
rid of
it.
the birds,
Mhm.
and then
There were spooky
they didn't
dookies.
clean it.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
spooky bird
A couple
babies.
spooky dookies
There,
left.
there was.
Yeah, see-
You and Jen were becoming more upset as it
Yeah, they were
progressed.
they were
Yeah.
getting really upset.
Simultaneously.
I believe Jen was talking about hearing a woman screaming,
Mm-hmm.
and that really affected her a lot. So
We'll have-
she's going to talk about that here.
Yeah.
And then it just kept progressing from there, and we went into our 4th session, which was also in the ballroom.
And that was Sam going solo.
Yeah.
Which we all advised against.
Actually,
No,
Aaron
yeah.
advised against.
Aaron advised me. I
Okay.
actually told her to go for it
Yeah.
because that's what we were there for.
Yeah.
Little did I know where that would lead.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
no idea what was coming next. None of us
Let
did.
Sam talk about that.
Alright, so the strangest part about it is when Liz and my sister were in their session and they were having all their stuff that was going on with them, I felt really detached towards the end. And it just felt like I was happy that they were suffering. Like, it just made me kind of feel, like, at ease. Like, I felt really anxious when you guys were going into it, and you guys started, like, getting really upset, and I was feeling upset for you, but then something switched, and I was just like, okay, this is what's supposed to happen. Let's just see where this goes. And I just remember just hearing this voice in my head going, this is what's supposed to happen. This is what's supposed to happen. Just see where it goes. Just see where it goes. And, like, then you guys started getting really, really upset, and that's when I was just, like, completely detached, and I was just, couldn't hear anything anybody was saying anymore, and it was just black. And all I could think about was, just come talk to me. Just come talk to me. Just, something just said, just come talk to me. And that's when you guys detached from yours, and
Wow.
everything happened after that, to where I was just like, I gotta do this. And then, Aaron, what did you say?
Don't do it. I just didn't like the idea. I didn't like the idea of her going in alone.
Yeah.
As you've watched in our previous episodes, she's a collector. She carries things with her. She, you know, and I just worried about that. And
I was like, come with me. But
we laugh about it, but I mean,
yeah,
my worst fear came true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I went into my session, and I got all set up, and I was feeling pretty, like, confident. Like, it wasn't me that was doing it. Like, it was something that was telling me to do it, was happy that I was doing it, and they're like, okay, like, we got this. Like, we're gonna fuck with her. And they did. And I remember afterwards, like, I don't really remember anything, like, that came after, and these guys can tell you, like, what I was saying, because I don't even remember what I was saying. But I remember afterwards, Erin was telling me when we were outside and after everything happened, which we'll get into that, I remember her telling me that she could feel something walk past her. Like, she felt something, like, walk really quickly past her. Like, she felt the wind, and she even turned and looked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just escalated from there.
Yeah, because she had her back against the wall, and I just remember, like, the way she was facing us, I felt something coming from that direction towards her. And while she was in that session, she was pushing against that direction, like she wanted something away from her. And I felt it, like, coming from that direction. And that's when I got nauseous. And that's when she started having, like, whatever was going on, you know?
Yeah.
And we told her 5 minutes. And literally that's all it was like, maybe less than 5 minutes.
And we pulled her out at the 5-minute mark when the alarm went off.
5 minutes on the dot.
She looked at us like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you pulling me out?
And right as they're pulling her out, I was like, I'm out of here. I had a horrible feeling. And right as I turned, Gary was attacked.
Yeah. That's all we can say is he was attacked. But
Gary can give some more insight into that. And we got that on video, so.
yeah, we'll have to show you the
you're
video.
going to have to stay tuned because we do have video footage of it.
Yeah.
And that's immediately where my mind went once I tried to process. I was like, I got it on tape. I got to go check the DVR. But I was laying on the floor during these sessions, and that's how I even heard what sounded like a rat, is because I was laying down on the floor. And I heard it scurrying across the floor behind my head, and I got up and I took a flashlight. There was nothing there.
I heard it too when I was sitting in a chair. We heard.
We
it
actually
the
caught
same
the
time.
squeak on audio.
Yeah, we did.
We have a recording of it on one of the EVP sets.
So
Yeah.
it may
You can
very
hear
well
it
have
in
been
the
a
background,
mouse,
and
but
then
I didn't see any evidence of it being a mouse.
Yeah, we didn't see anything about that. But as Sam was coming out of her session, I'm literally like leaning on my elbow. I have like one leg propped up, doing the dad in every 1990s photo pose.
Perfect description.
It really was.
And all of a sudden, I thought it was one of these guys, like, just messing with me, because this is how fast it happened. It happened so fast, like, my mind couldn't process what was going on. I took it as a joke, and I was really pissed initially until I realized it wasn't one of them, and I didn't know what the hell to think. But it felt like somebody took their hands and just, like, interlocked and, like, grabbed my ankle and just yanked me across the floor, like a quick yank and then let go. Like, they didn't drag me and just hold on. It was like yank and done. I slid across the floor. Like, my arm went out from under me. I yelled and immediately thought it was one of them, like, joking around. And I realized, hey, nobody's over here. Nobody did that to me. What the hell was that? And I'm like calmly trying to grab all my stuff. I'm like picking everything up. Aaron's already like, fuck this shit, I'm out, I ain't doing this shit.
But you are also pulled in the direction that I was having that horrible feeling and what she was pushing towards. It was all coming from that one side.
Mm-hmm.
I was pulled towards Aaron. Like,
right as I turned, too.
She turned her back and I got yanked towards her.
Yeah.
I can turn my back on you guys.
Some of the stuff that we picked up in the barn, I have a feeling is connected to that because we were really talking shit about this bounty hunter. We were provoking the hell
out of it. We were.
Yeah, we provoked like hacking the barn, and that was the only spot we did because we're like, oh, we ain't gonna have to stay out here. We're going back in there.
Yeah.
So see how that worked out.
Yeah.
But this happened. Immediate thought was they were fucking with me, followed by I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just gonna grab my shit and get out of here. And I'm calmly grabbing everything. And the entire tone of the investigation is now changed. Like, people are freaking out. People are upset. They're scared. As I'm walking down the stairs and realize we have a camera facing in that direction, my new goal was to go rewind that footage and find it and see what happened. See if we caught anything else on the camera besides me getting pulled. And as I'm walking down the stairs, we got people standing there saying prayers. And it just, I don't know, everything changed at that moment. Like, it was just panic, chaos, fear. There's prayers going off. I'm going down the stairs. And then we get down there to the footage. And at this point in time, something else is happening with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know it yet because I'm focused on the DVR.
Yeah.
And everyone else went outside.
Yeah.
So what was happening there?
Well, when we were walking down the stairs, like when I left... When whatever happened to you, like, I wasn't even aware of it. Like, I was completely, like, in my own little world. And I remember when everybody was walking down the stairs and they started reading that prayer, like, everything was good from the door to the prayer. Like, we were walking down and then everybody stopped and you guys just started reading that prayer and I just was like, it just flipped for me and I'm just like... fuckers. Like, I was just so mad. So I go downstairs and I'm trying to, like, get it off of me because I know in the back of my head what's happening. So I'm in the little parlor room and I'm standing there and Gary's doing what he's doing and you guys are up there. And as you guys are reading the prayer, I swear to God, you were screaming it. You were screaming it at me. It
still makes me emotional.
Like
I don't like what happened to you.
Yeah. It was like you guys were standing right next to me and you were just yelling. And then I just look at Jeff and I just remember I said, do we still have that lighter? For me to ask for that, there's something wrong. So he was like, yeah, it's in the van. So we go and we walk. And the second we get to the door, I just feel not angry, but scared. Like I reverted to being this angry fucking guy that was up in the attic to this little kid that was being drugged from her home. And I just remember, like, battling between the two, and Jeff standing there in front of me, and he has his hand in front of me, and I'm backed into a corner, and I just think he's gonna just haul off and hit me. Like, that's what I felt like. So he had to literally drag me out of the house, and as soon as I get out of the house, I just start throwing up. I just start puking. I don't know what I was puking, because I couldn't see what it was. But everybody's, like, standing around me, like, Aaron's holding my hair. And my sister's, like, standing there, and I'm just getting fucking pissed. I'm just getting so fucking mad. I'm puking, and I'm crying, and, like, I remember my sister came over, and she was, like, saying a prayer to me, and I just look at her, blank face, and I said, I don't believe in that fucking shit. Get away from me. It doesn't work. And she got really upset, and she left. And I didn't even realize I said it. So, after I started to feel a little bit better, like, I can still feel... the attachment is there and I could feel like something was like on my back and it felt like I was trying to push it off but I couldn't. And I remember once Gary realized what was happening, he came outside and he joined the circle and like they're all doing their things, like they're burning the Palo Santo wood and they're got their crystals and stuff like that and they're just trying to get this off of me. And I remember like I just looked at Gary and I don't remember what I said, but these guys told me what I said, and it wasn't very nice, and I told Gary that I wanted to punch him in the face, especially you, and I pointed directly at him.
Yeah, your exact words were, I want to punch somebody in the face, specifically you. And I just stood there to like stone face. I'm like, and I walked back over to the step. I'm like, okay, something's up.
Mind you, Gary was the one in
With-
the circle with holy water.
I was
putting
putting
holy
holy
water on
water
her.
Okay, that makes sense. But then after that, like, everybody went back in the house, and it was just like me and Jeff, and I'm just out there, and I'm trying. But then I just got this overwhelming sensation of like whatever was with me had gone away, but it was still there. And I was like, I have to go to the barn. I have to go to the barn. And Jeff's like, you're not going to the barn. And like he looked up, and I was like halfway over there. He's like, get your ass back here. You're not going to the barn. So he had to like pull me back and keep me from going to the barn. Like I really just wanted to go there, and I don't know why. But I'm just happy that it didn't follow me home.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah. But everybody
We
was
got enough
super
in our
upset.
house.
Everybody
I
was.
was. That messed me up for a week. I wore my not my crucifix, my St. Michael's pendant for 2 weeks
Yeah.
in the shower, in bed.
Yeah.
Like, my family's never seen me like that.
Yeah.
Like, I had my mom praying for us. Like, I don't like dealing with demonic shit. I didn't know that's what we were walking into. I know that's part of paranormal.
Yeah.
But it's something that you try to not.
It's one of those things where even though we're doing this stuff, you don't really fully embrace it till you experience it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once you experience it, there's no going back. Now, it doesn't matter what we do from here on out, we know that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
We just
All
gotta
you
be
can
more
do is
protected.
try to protect yourself.
We also had the incident where I did find the footage on the DVR and I was playing it back, and Aaron came in and was looking at it, and we saw something else. And it looked like somebody walking, like, manifest and walk in and walk right towards Sam, and Aaron, like, lost her shit. And I didn't know what it was at the time either. I was like, holy shit, like, what did we catch? Like, whatever's in Sam, like, walk towards her. But on a further review, I could see it was Jeff coming over there. That was the moment Jeff walked over to comfort Sam. But because of where we were all positioned, the infrared light wasn't hitting Jeff as much, so it looked kind of weird how he was moving.
Yeah.
Until he finally got to Sam. But by then it was already too late. Erin was
I was
outside.
freaking
She
out.
was
I
like,
was
I'm
crying.
going home.
Yeah.
She was literally like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my dude, it walks the entire. Oh my god. Gosh.
I was right there and I seen it.
What the Dude, Josh, no, we got something else.
I will
Well,
say.
you know, my best friend's possessed. Fucking, you're getting attacked. I'm like, we're seeing fucking. I was just like over the moon with this shit.
But once I figured it out, I'm like, go get Erin. We gotta let her
Please
know
tell
that's
her.
Jeff. She's out there crying right now and telling them like she wants to get out of here.
She's trying to get in the
It's,
van and say, I'm not going to that fucking house no more.
And that's when I went outside and I saw what
I
was
was like, I
going
told
on.
you guys I didn't want to do this shit. Told you not to go in there, Sam.
But I will say that I'm grateful for that moment, because the second I seen her come outside and cry the way she was, I snapped right out of it. I was perfectly fine. Whatever was there was gone.
Aw.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my
Just I
god,
gotta get my girl.
I was
Fuck you,
like, she's
bitch.
so fucking upset. Why are you fucking upset?
I fucked you, Steven. I need my girl.
Fuck you up.
It 100% fits your personality. 'Cause you will die for your friends. You don't give a shit about yourself. You'll die for your friends.
She was in there. Like,
That's true.
They're like, oh, now you fucking my girl.
You fuck with me, it's cool. You fuck with my girl, we got
Oh,
problems.
you making
her
her
soul
cry now.
reached down her throat, pulled it out, was like, get the fuck out of here.
And like,
I gotta get my
Master
girl,
and
damn it.
whipped it.
Threw it back in the barn.
But that's that's the exact moment that I knew like everything was fine. And I even said that to you. I was like, I think I'm good now.
Oh, but let's
We're
not
back in the
forget. So we left with shit still spinning. As we're driving away down that dark road, the fucking light falls through that van. Remember that?
Oh, my god,
yeah.
you guys were sleeping. You
No,
guys
they were still awake.
Oh, were they
We were
still
still
awake?
awake at this point.
What was it that fell through? Like the
You were-
lights to the
the-
You were
car?
trying to turn the brakes
Button
on.
to push,
Yeah,
push
the-
for the
and it
brakes.
like popped in.
It was like, bloop.
Yeah,
But-
the button
I was like,
pushed
what the
into the
fuck?
dashboard.
So Aaron's driving down the fucking road with no lights.
So instead of stopping, she just keeps going.
I was like, we're getting the fuck away from this house.
I'm like,
Won't let me
Aaron,
leave.
I'm like,
I was
Aaron,
like-
just stop the van,
No,
stop.
no.
That's how bad she wanted to get away from Prospect.
I was like,
She
I will drive all the way back
lights,
to Toledo
no
with
lights,
no
we
fucking
go
lights.
home. Get them cops to lead us out of here if they want to pull us over. So
Oh man.
it was pretty intense.
It was a fucking scooby.
The entire environment changed. Like, I'm in one place, everything's going on outside, and then when I get outside, like I said, like everything felt like it was something out of a movie. Just the way it unfolded, like it just didn't feel like this was real, like this was happening.
You know what that moment reminded me of a little bit of, though, other than the fact that it was more intense, is the energy flip at the hydro at the end.
Oh yeah.
When we were doing the REM pod session, and everything just kind of went crazy.
Yeah. Got all them like.
That's when we got the video of the thing behind the fence, and we just all the audio or all the energy and stuff that we were feeling. The rocks getting thrown at us.
And you're seeing this stuff as we're talking about it, because I'm splicing in video while we're talking about these things, so you can kind of see what we're talking about while we're talking about it, which we haven't done on our show before. But we got enough footage now from this place that we were able to do this. So we captured a lot of what was going on video.
Just so you know, some of the video is disturbing.
It is.
Just a warning.
The moment we're talking about where everything just flips and all this stuff going on outside, like, there's people crying, there's people, like, screaming and crying. Like, Jen was, like, really, like, just completely distraught. Then you got Erin, she was, like, distraught. And you got Sam, she was experiencing
black
possession. And
that was another part of it with you, actually. Jen was over there crying. You were just getting madder and madder as she was crying.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, it was just... it was just getting stronger as I was hearing, like... Because it's like it was feeding on the anguish and, like the sorrow.
And I think we subconsciously, like, started doing, like, some sort of exorcism. Like, we don't even really know what the hell we were doing. We were burning stuff.
We made that up on the fly, 100%.
Yeah, we don't know anything about exorcisms, nothing. We didn't even discuss what we were doing.
No.
We just started doing it as a group. Like, it
know,
all
we're
fell
like,
into place.
This shit happened. We had to protect our friend. Like, what the fuck do we do?
Like,
we didn't take Exorcism 101. Like, we're like, fuck!
Yeah, this isn't nothing we saw on a video. Like,
DIY!
It was pretty cool that we all jumped into action, though, like we did.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were lighting shit on fire, burning smoke, we're standing in a circle holding hands, we got people saying prayers, and, like, all this just happened without even a word being said. Like, let's do this.
Hair while I was throwing up.
I'm just going in there like, I got holy water, I got wood, what do you guys need?
I know, I'm like, you know.
And on that fact, like,
Why did you have wood in that moment?
Palo Santo.
I think that proves our strength as a team, though.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
to go through something like that and still come out strong, still want to do it. You know, I just think that's great.
Yeah.
You know, I think that for a lot of teams that would have made them fall apart.
Oh yeah, it would.
You know.
And I remember when we got home, I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, it's really weird that I didn't have my crystals. Because remember when I was going to the barn, I was, like, digging through my entire backpack.
Yeah.
Like, I tore that apart. I was looking for those. They were there the whole time. They were there. Jeff pulled them right out of the backpack right when we got home. He's like, here's your crystals.
So weird.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they were in this box.
She took them out of the brown, like, wooden box that she had, and she put them in one of those ones that we keep the wise cams in the actual case.
Mm-hmm.
And forgot she put them in there.
Yeah. So we didn't have. I mean, I looked. I thought I looked through everything for them, and I just couldn't find them. And then we got home. He's like, "Oh, they're right here." I'm like, "Oh, well, fuck, those could have been fucking useful."
So, Liz was there during all of this too.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what was your point of view? What was your experience on that?
I felt like I was going through a traumatic moment, and really just kind of like, I don't know, viewing the world like through a lens, almost like a movie, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really still now I can't grasp like what went on. Like, I see you crying over there. I'm like, I feel like it. Like, I know.
I don't like to relive it,
there,
but it's good for business. You know.
Unfortunately,
like, it was fucked up, but damn, that was good for business.
But damn, let me tell you,
that should be a meme.
That's why I'm like, just like, I gotta film everything.
It was.
Yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean, though.
I mean, on the moment.
It was like I couldn't grasp it at all, and I don't know. I was just trying to be like as present as I could and help everybody, but I was really just kind of like I felt hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
I felt very fucking sad. Like, I felt sad throughout all of it, but that was just like the new low. I felt depressed. It was. I don't know.
It's hard to explain.
Really?
It's hard to put into words.
I don't think we all grasp what happened.
No.
We still don't, like...
I'm just like...
as long as I've been doing it, like even thinking about what happened to me, like I can't put logic behind it. So it's like I'm just like I have a video. That's all I got to it. I can't explain what happened. I can't explain how it felt, and no, I'm not all that freaked out about it. Like I left there alive. So there's good news there, but I still can't really put it into words.
It was a lot of gravity, though. Like, yeah.
You don't need gravity when you've got family.
Okay.
And that's where the picture of that meme pops up with fucking Dom.
What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts about it? About the whole thing?
Everything that happened.
It was intense. Like like I said, I appreciate that we all jumped into action. Like I was all 100% about figuring out what to do for you and protecting you.
I know. That's your go-to.
Get you out of the house and get you cleansed and get it off you, because it was intense. It was
Maybe
very
let me
intense.
wash the demons off you.
And when you backed into the corner, like down by the door, and I'm trying to pull you out, and you're resisting, and you're getting angry, and like your face is twisting because you're getting pissed. And
I know. I like made eye contact with her, and I know this girl for like a decade and a half, and I didn't know who she was.
Literally, if you
But
watch the portion of the video where she's threatening to punch me in the face, her face is morphing during that time. Like her face is shifting. It looks like it's stretching. Like it creeps me the hell out just to see that part, because that's not Sam.
When you were backed into the corner behind the front door, when you said your perspective about that moment, by the way, that gave me chills. Like, but I haven't known you for very long, but that wasn't you, and I don't know. I don't like thinking about those moments.
Yeah.
At all.
Unfortunately, it's a part of all of it.
leave the
Right.
who'd have thought the collector would collect one?
Right?
I don't think
I
I don't think I collected this one. I think this one stayed.
No, this one definitely didn't come home.
This one definitely didn't come home.
We would have
Yeah.
evidence of it by now. We would have had some sessions in our house that would have got posted
Well,
if there was something that happened.
we're like, you can take all the good heckin' good boys home, but
Yeah.
leave that bad boy. Sure, where he is.
She's got a couple of not so nice ones too.
This
but-
one, actually, if you think about it, went for the two people who were provoking the very most.
We were fucking tearing it.
We were the ones doing all the provoking, and we're the ones who got payback for it.
See, I missed that part.
Yeah, he didn't. He came in towards the end.
He was doing
of it.
He was doing his isolation session.
I was doing my isolation in George's bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, that is our experience at Prospect, and as you can see, we're usually lively and goofing around here, but we're taking this quite seriously. This was a very serious experience for us, a very serious moment, and a very serious and new look at paranormal investigations for us.
For sure.
And going forward, like, we're always going to be prepared for something like that. We're going to take it a little more seriously. But I mean, we're still gonna be us. Like, it's over now. We've had time to let it sink in. But on that somber note, it's time to go into the evidence.
Woo woo! Aren't you guys excited?
We're all excited about
The
this
moment
one. Some of this evidence, as we're
Sorry.
he shut me down.
He was
I
like,
shut everyone off.
He was
said,
like,
"Fuck
"Fuck
you."
you, Juicy."
Fuck you, Juicy. Don't talk.
So now we are going to delve into the audio evidence that we've collected. There's quite a bit, and while we are going to listen to it all here on the show, you probably won't see all of it as you're watching it. So we're going to go over all of it right now ourselves, and we're just going to include the best clips for the show. If you want to listen to everything we found, you will go to our website, which if you don't know the address already, we'll tell you at the end of the show. And everything will be put up there, so you can go listen to all the audio files yourself and come to your own conclusions. So we're going to start off with Aaron's files. This one was a Phasma box session, and it sounds like it says devil worship.
What was this room?
That's definitely what I hear.
Yeah,
I hear that too. I'm trying to figure out what he said afterward.
Yeah, it's like so quick though.
Yeah.
It's hard to really hear that part. I know there's something said at that point, but devil worship,
For sure.
absolutely clear.
Yeah.
And that was in the ballroom where, come to find out, we
Yeah.
were going to have our own demonic experience.
That was captured before any of our experience
Yeah.
happened. So, coincidence or not, you be the judge.
Yeah, we did the Phasma session before we did any of the Estes method sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we were in the ballroom early on, and then we went and did stuff in all the other rooms, and then came back to the ballroom, and that's when a doo-doo hit the fan.
The spooky dudes hit the fan.
This one is... We're gonna play it first?
Emma. Who's Emma? Emma Ferguson?
We still need to find her.
Google search.
Yeah, that sounds like someone saying Emma, and then they say, who's Emma, and it says Emma Ferguson.
So, Emma, reach out to us. These demons want you, girl.
Yeah.
This one says, hip-hop.
What kind of music did you listen to up here? Hip?
Hip hop?
This one is titled At Peace.
What did Sam do? I'm at peace.
Alright, the reason, like, these aren't actually EVPs, we talked about it earlier on, this is the SD session. So, they can't hear what we're saying, and they're responding with whatever they hear coming out of the white noise and their sound-canceling headphones. So, these are pretty significant to us because they can't hear what we're asking, and they're hearing something in the white noise that's a response to what we asked. So we save these because they're pretty significant in the responses. And we got quite a few files of these from different rooms, so you'll hear them as we go, and we'll point out if it's from the ESTA session. That way, you know you're not looking for an EVP.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was from the SD session.
I think all the ones in the basement from the Estes session?
Probably.
Okay.
I did have them labeled SD sessions when I uploaded them, but
I do remember
then
we
he
both
compiled it all. I think he pulled it all together. So
pulled out of the SD session at the same time because we felt like something was touching us.
Yeah, like something pulled your guys' hair.
Pulled our hair
From the back, I think it was.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's video of
And
your
isn't
hair
that where the
moving.
girl was put?
Yeah, she was put behind
And
That's
I
where the
felt like
girl
it
was.
was like about her length, like her level. Like, I don't know, I just remember that now.
Remember someone kept messing with your face? Like they're like
Yeah.
right up there.
This one is
What is it?
it's just the words are scrunched together, so I was like, what is a Mandarin? But it's man Aaron response.
Man, Aaron.
What's a man, Aaron?
That's what a Mandarin is.
It's a
man.
man,
Is that
Aaron.
American or man Aaron?
It's a Mandarin.
It's an American man, Aaron.
Can you tell me your age? Is that a man? You don't know your age? I'm a man.
That's the best one.
That's so great! Oh
Is that a man? You don't know your age? I'm a man.
my god. It's funny because you were like, because you said, is that a man? And then I said, I think so. And then you were like, oh
And there was a gap in between there, so it's like he stopped and checked. He like looked down. He's like, I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Let's play. This is Running Chase.
Are you being chased?
Just keep running.
Who's chasing?
That one gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, that was what we're talking about when we talk about like a perfect response in this session, and like how fast that was said to did you get chased and just keep running, like it was like an instant response. So that's some of the craziness we got in our first time experimenting with those. This one is called Sam answering self.
Talking to myself. Why is this sideways? It's not. Why is it crooked? Why is it crooked? It's not.
It's like a crooked penis.
Why is your penis
Why is
crooked?
this sideways?
It's the man.
It's the man. He's
Why
like,
is this
it's not.
sideways? It's not. I'm a man.
I don't think so.
Real man.
I do want to know what this Carol Baskins is. Though.
Oh, the Carol Baskin ones is so good.
All right, we're gonna play one from the Phasma box, guys. I'll read them all just in case there might be another cool one. But I want to hear what this is. Carol Baskins.
Can you tell us what room we're in right now?
Caroline.
Carol Baskins.
It's like it, but
It's like they said the last part, like goofy, like Baskins. Carol Baskins. Giggle Mouse?
That's the one with the mouse.
The one with the mouse squeak? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna play that one. We were talking about the mouse, and this may be in there.
My arm or something, because I felt you earlier,
Yeah,
and I know that you're here,
yeah, we know you're here.
and I just heard some giggling.
John even points it out.
Yo,
Because you hear the squeak at the beginning, like before the giggle comes
Yeah, you
through.
made me listen to it like 6 times to hear the. To
there
finally
was
hear
a
the squeak in the
time where
beginning,
like
but that giggle
they
is
did
like
mess with that
intense.
doll. I
Yeah.
wish we knew if it was the same time frame.
Yeah.
You know.
and also, that wasn't the Phasma box.
No, that
wasn't.
needed
That was
to be
100%.
Yeah, this is in the Phasma box folder. That's a definite
so
giggle.
We need to like rename it. You rename it.
Mouse squeak. And there's one just called Mouse Squeak. We found it. Here we go, Mouse Squeak.
What the fuck was that?
That was an animal.
The dog bark.
No.
No, that was up here, dude.
It was like
Yeah,
a
that was up
swish
here.
and stuff.
No, that was a squeak.
Yeah, it's squeaking.
Yeah.
Was it? I heard something.
Could be your mouse or something. I saw some bones over there.
I would say that's exactly what I heard.
Yeah, but it's unclear if it was a mouse or not because we didn't find any evidence of it being.
Yeah, we didn't find any evidence of mouse. We didn't see any place it could go. There were no cracks, crevices.
Yeah.
There was no fifis.
He would have had to run straight down the stairs.
Maybe that's where he went.
Well, not really, because there was that plastic that was up.
Yeah, there was plastic up.
Yeah.
Alright, this one is called Nightmare and Name.
Who are you?
It's a nightmare.
What's your name?
Sound like it said like Ken.
So,
Yeah.
so I think when we were talking it over when I first went through it, you hear him say it's a nightmare, and I think he says Kurt.
Okay.
I think there's a little bite at the end of it. I think he says his name's Kurt.
I can hear that.
Kurt.
We gotta hear Red some bitch.
They added some new voices in that version.
Red. They said red.
What's red? What's red, some bitch?
Some bitch is red. Alright. Window breaking.
Why do you guys keep it so cold in here?
Because we're dead. Is that what it said?
Yeah, I think that's what they said at the end.
That's what it sounded like cause we're dead.
Why you keep it so cold in here and you hear whoosh?
Mm-hmm. Cause we're dead. Like you just got mad, kicked in a window. I kick it! This is little girl responses. And this is also Estes session. I keep saying it wrong. Estes.
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 Just think
Testes.
STD.
Just think of.
testes.
Just think testes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That
Estes
makes
session.
more
That's
sense.
my Estes.
Coming right up to you.
Testes.
It's testes.
A little girl cry.
Why is she crying?
She lost something sweet.
What did she lose?
Is it still here at the house?
That's when she started getting upset.
That's when she started getting emotional.
That was about the earliest point where things definitely were taking a turn in the ballroom. So this is where Liz started getting pretty emotional about the things she was seeing during her session. And I think literally at that point is when everything started going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hear the tension and the stress in Liz's voice during that.
I really don't want to hear this again.
Was this like 3 a.m. around that time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was close.
It was
Yeah.
close
It
to
was
3 a.m.
100% right around 3 a.m.
Yeah.
All the full sessions will be
Yeah,
up
those
on
are
the
full
website
sessions.
so you guys can listen.
Yep,
and
we'll put up the audio from the entire sessions and whatever video I have, which I believe I have full video of all the sessions. So all that'll be available on the website. You actually got to watch one of them live on Facebook, so if you haven't watched it, it's still up there. We did do one of those sessions live, and that I believe was Jen and Liz's that was live.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
think
right.
so.
Yep.
So you can actually go back, and that's literally
Did you
leading
lay on the
up.
floor?
I think we just disconnected from being live when everything hit the fan. Like,
Mhm.
literally just ended the live session.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how close it was to being streamed live.
Yeah. That sucks.
Sorry guys,
David
we
said that
suck.
today.
Yeah.
We
didn't
didn't
time
know
that.
shit was gonna hit the fan.
So this is the SD session in the sick room. This is me and Jeff in the SD session.
This one was awesome.
There's a lot more files here because I think this, out of the 3 sessions we did, this was the one with the most accurate responses. Like, after I listened to it, since I didn't know what was being asked or what was being said, it kind of blew me away, like, how accurate the responses were. So we're going to dive into these now.
And I don't know what he named them, but there is a few in there that are actual EVPs. Like,
Yeah, I do know about
Did we ever
that.
catch
Yeah.
the woman's voice?
Yeah.
that we heard?
Yeah, that's
and the
in
man's
there.
voice that I heard that you guys didn't hear.
Nice.
Clear
That's
as
in there,
day.
too.
I think I
That
named
was
them
spooky.
too.
They're in there. I believe I actually have them named there.
Nice.
We all heard that guy out the door. On the other side of the door. He's like, hello?
I heard the
Her
one
Here,
and
right
we'll jump into that one first because it's in here. It's EVP, and this is hello.
Be quiet, child.
What was that? What was that?
Are you the mother?
No, that was a straight male voice, and he said hello. And it didn't come from any of that.
And I can flat out say I did not hear that in person.
No.
No, I
'Cause
didn't
we-
know that,
No,
but
You
guys were
you
dead
can hear
though.
this. You can hear the white noise pulsing from the spirit box.
they
Yeah.
did. You can tell my ears are blown away from concerts.
Jen didn't hear it either.
No?
No,
Neither
Jennifer,
did Josh.
Jennifer didn't hear it, and Josh didn't hear it. It was just me and Liz. The woman though, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
We all heard that. You have the woman in there?
We didn't all hear that. Gary and I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, we were in a session.
I'm gonna punch you in your face.
All I see is weird exhale, weird moan, weird noise, weird noise.
I played
So,
the.
I'm gonna
It's probably
yeah.
one of those.
Yeah,
play the
probably one of
moan. I'm gonna play the black snake moan.
Who are you?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. This little girl's voice. Yeah. That sounded like. I hope we caught that. Yeah.
Who said shut the fuck up?
Jen, she's like, shut the fuck up. She was enamored, like, oh
She
my
was
god.
in disbelief. She said, "Shut the fuck up." Now these are the EVPs I've captured. This was in the basement, and I titled it "I Want to Kill You."
Doing a whole little conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not just the person, the deep man's voice that says "I want to kill you," and then it almost sounds like a woman's voice behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I picked up a lot with this recorder. Is like I'm picking up like full conversations with it, but I can't make out most of what's being said. Like I might get a snippet here or there, so I'm just like I don't know. It's just like a bunch of mumbling. I'm not gonna save all the mumbling. But I'm sorry, Liz, because this is the one you don't want to hear.
Okay.
This is when I was in the basement by myself setting up, I just left a recorder in my pocket.
What
Holy
in the
shit.
absolute fuck was that?
How did you keep that from us?
What in the
Holy
absolute
shit.
shit? What the fuck was that?
That was somebody screaming.
I do not want to hear that again.
I do.
I do.
Yeah,
It like makes your skin stand out.
Like,
Yeah.
holy
I was in the
fuck.
toilet when I
100%
heard
have
that
goosebumps from
in a
that shit.
different room.
Like, holy fuck. What was that?
You can hear, like, you walk and you can tell it's kind of in your pocket because you can hear it moving.
And it's literally like,
And if he would have screamed that loud, we would have heard him.
Yeah. 100%. Especially since I think I was at base camp when he was in the basement. Because you guys had gone upstairs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have scared my own self screaming in a basement like that. That would have scared me more. But I don't know. It's
And you don't
fucking...
remember hearing anything like that?
I heard nothing. Like I said, this is when I was down there. I was like, I felt like I could have stayed down there forever because it felt so
Yeah.
calm. I didn't
My
know that
heart
was
trembled.
nothing.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate it.
I knew she wasn't going to hear it twice.
In fact, you can tell that you didn't hear it because you keep walking.
And I believe I was in the room with the jars at the time because I was walking towards the hallway to get ready to set up that camera. So you wouldn't have heard footsteps because I stopped in that space for a while and was setting everything up.
What it makes me think of is, because if it's where you say it is, so it's when you're walking into the basement, you could be startling someone, like they think someone's coming down there to get them.
Oh,
This is-
So it could
Yeah.
very well be
I
like
didn't
a
think
scream,
about
like
nothing
they're
like
like they're
A bounty hunter
scared.
came or something?
Yeah, like a bounty hunter came and they actually got into the basement, and that's him screaming to like
I
maybe
mean,
alert
it is a white
people.
guy just walking into the basement they don't
Yeah.
recognize.
Yeah,
Or that girl was down there, like that little girl.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like her dad was just like losing his shit down there.
yeah.
That's-
Seeing
Oh,
his daughter like
yeah.
could very well be. Holy shit!
Yeah,
that
that's
made
good.
my,
That
made,
was intense.
that
yeah.
made my heart fucking just go boop.
Like there was no way I could prepare you guys for that. No description of me saying, "Oh, I caught a scream," was gonna like let you know that's what was coming.
Like
for.
if I was listening to EVPs personally, and if I heard that and it came out of nowhere, I'd have fucking thrown it. I'd have been like, "Fuck this!"
Nope.
Yeah.
Just trust.
Nope.
You guys know how boring it is. Like listening, you're just listening,
It just-
and all of a sudden, I'm just like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That caused a little
Listen
spooky dude there, did it?
a little. But
I
the
was out there pacing because I was like, "Oh, it's a panic attack about to start right now." All right, that's all the EVPs that we have, and we really don't have much video, so we'll go to the video portion now, and we'll swing out to the ending. Alright, so we're at the video portion now, and we only have 2 videos from the video portion of the show. One of them is what we've been building the show up towards, what really was the major turning point in the investigation, the highlight of the investigation, and the scariest part of the investigation that has changed it for us forever. And we'll play that video last. And the first video is really just the audio, but there's a strange sound that is captured in the sick room that's pretty loud and really doesn't make any sense being there. So we're going to play that right now. But yeah, we have no explanation for that pop sound. None of us were on that side of the building at the time, so we really don't know what that was. But I thought it was significant enough to save.
Yeah.
Out of all the footage we have, that was the only thing that was captured on our static cams that really stood out besides our experience in the ballroom, which we will play now. So this is, we'll just let the video speak for itself.
No. And he's like, yeah, touch it. Like, it's gonna save me. I just I'm gonna go.
What the fuck?
What the fuck happened?
Something pulled my fucking ankle, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs. Okay, I can't. You leave us alone right now. You aren't welcome here, dude. You don't have any control over us. No. Stay up here and never leave. We are leaving. You're not welcome to follow us.
In our review of looking at this video, like you can see like where everything just became pure terror. Liz turned into like a hardcore motherfucker up in there.
She was so pissed.
She was
If you
just
ever
like,
watch Ghost Adventures and they have this nun that comes in, she's a fucking complete badass. Like the nun that they bring in, and she's just like this Native American nun, and she's like, motherfuckers, I will get you, get the fuck out.
She is my favorite Ghost Adventures character of all time.
I love her so much because she doesn't dress like a nun and she doesn't look like a nun, but she will fucking come in and exorcise every fucking demon you've ever had.
That's
like,
so funny coming from you.
Can tear you apart. I'll show you a picture.
It's because she's native. That's why she's okay with it.
Okay.
She's native.
Traditional nuns, not so much. Because she's a Native American and a nun,
it's
all
cool.
good for her.
So we also noticed during our review of this video that there is something that like walks or glides out of the room, and we're gonna I'll put up a special video with that section like highlighted so you guys can check it out. So you can go check all that stuff out later. But that is the evidence. Like, we can't explain it. We don't really exactly know what happened. It's still like it's hard to find words. It's definitely changed our view on all of this. Like, we've literally been on a break since then. It's been pretty wild. So we will now be picking back up and starting things back up again. So that ends our evidence review. Hope you guys enjoyed. And now I guess we're just gonna head into the ending portion of our show, and we're just not gonna do a topic. Yeah, we're just gonna skip a topic for this episode. The last episode didn't have a topic either because we're filming it tonight as well.
I'm pretty sure it was your favorite piece of equipment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like on our first recording, it was like, "What's your favorite piece of equipment?" And that was the topic. I'm pretty sure you don't care. So
We'll save it for another time.
We'll save it for another time. We'll just put it on our profiles on the website. Like, my favorite piece of equipment is, by the way, because we didn't put it in the episode.
We'll just get our show and we'll get our evidence out there for you guys to peruse and check out. Gary getting his ankle pulled like 67 times because I've watched it a ton.
Yeah, I've
if you
watched
listen
it
closely after he gets pulled, I laugh my ass off.
Yes, he does.
He gives
Yes,
out
he
a
does.
very childish, scared little squeal at the end there too. He's just like, "Ooh, yeah."
Yeah, I don't think he really knew what was going on at the time either. He was just like, and then he's like,
thought
"Oh
he
shit,
fell or something.
this is serious."
Like,
But-
I want to know why he giggled though. Like, that was not a relevant response. Because he came over to get me out and he saw the way I was acting. So why would that be his first response?
Maybe it transferred to him.
I think it was what Gary yelled that made me chuckle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for this episode. It's been a long time coming, but we finally got it done. I hope you understand like what we went through, and if you got any input on what it could have been, or if you noticed anything we didn't, let us know in the comments, send us a message, do something. So the Prospect Place Estate, I'm gonna say, is 100%. Yeah, definitely go there.
Yeah.
Definitely go there. If you're looking to find some paranormal experiences, that's one of the spots you should probably check out because it is definitely worth it. And besides all the stuff that happens, the hospitality is great.
Yes.
So that's gonna wrap everything up for us. Not that much really going on in our lives anyway. Everybody's been busy, working.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's taken us so long to get to this point, because schedules are hard to line up. So if you aren't already there right now, you can check us out at facebook.com/division3am. That's run by all of us, but for the most part, it's kept up with Sam and Aaron, because me and Jeff just don't post that much.
I post histories, that's about it. If there's a history on there, I posted it.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I purposely just don't post history, because I'm like, Jeff will beat my ass if I posted some history
It's
right
true.
now.
That's why we do history with Jeff.
Yeah.
In our before the aftermath.
I'm gonna try to do more like, because I know that there's activity and spirits, like at least at my house, I'm gonna start doing like little lives here and there. Maybe like going places and doing like live EVP sessions and whatnot.
So what do you guys think of this beer?
I think the beer was alright.
It was alright.
It was alright.
It was.
Yeah, it's alright.
It was very uneventful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected a little more boom to the flavor.
It's more watery, it seems like. It doesn't have very much
It's
flavor.
really mild.
Yeah.
Did what
Not
a beer
my
had to
favorite.
do.
Not the worst we've done. Not my favorite.
In the words of Liz, it did what a beer needs to do.
Yeah.
What does a beer need
Well,
to
I
do,
mean,
Liz?
a beer and a half is all it takes for Liz to have the beer do what it needs to do.
It's like, I'm so tingly.
She had 2.5 spiked Arnold Palmers, and she was like, "Woo!"
Also downed them pretty well.
Yeah, she downed
She
them.
also weighs like 80 pounds, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never asked how much she weighs. I'm never going to. You can find us at Instagram.com/Division3AM. That is kept up by Erin. She's always posted on there all the time. There's always something new to check out there.
It's our
So
best social media. Right
it's our
there.
best social media.
It really is. Puts that Facebook.
Never
to
expected.
shame.
We put money into Facebook, and Instagram is still doing better for free.
Yeah.
For free.
It is.
For
Story.
free. But we do, I think this is the first show we could say it. We have merch now, so
Yeah.
go to the shop
Get it.
on our website, which
We
is
got hoodies, leggings.
Yeah, I got a pair of leggings.
threadless.division3am.com, or you can just go to our website, division3am.com, and download whatever you want from there and click on the shop and go buy some of the merch.
Yeah,
That's right.
support us. Come on, guys. Get
Got
us to more
shirts.
places.
Not that they matter anymore, but we got face masks on there. They were cool for a little bit.
Yeah.
They're out of style
I
now.
have one, but
I have one too.
I don't
No
have
need
to
to wear
wear
it
it
anymore. We got postcards. We got
Tell me I'm not
bedspreads.
gonna
We
get
got
another one and
skateboards.
make it into a bikini.
We got Division 3AM skateboards.
You can do that.
true.
Now I want
True.
that.
You can break your ankle and catch it on EVP.
Yeah, and if
On
you
a
die,
Division
we'll
3
come
AM
find
skate.
you.
You can EVP your pants.
EVP.
But the shirts and hoodies are pretty good quality. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good quality. These are soft. They're very lightweight and they're comfy. They're so comfy.
And you're supporting us. We get a percentage, and that percentage is going right back into the team and our investigations. So
So check it out. Go buy some of our merch. Go check out our website, division3am.com. All of our files are going to be there. Everything that we've shown you today, you can go check it out for yourself separately. Where the hell else are we? We are on Anchor.fm. We are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We are on every place you listen to your podcast. So go look us up under probably Division 3AM. For some reason, you type in Aftermath, something else comes up. I didn't know that until recently. But Division 3AM, you're definitely going to find the Aftermath podcast. Or you just type in the Aftermath podcast and maybe we'll show up. Maybe like in the 6th slot or something. Something weird.
Yeah.
And for some reason on iTunes we show up twice. I don't know why.
we're just that cool.
We have one page where we're like 4 episodes in, and then the other one's current. So I hope you subscribe to the right one. Check and see how many episodes we have. Because if it's like 7, that's the right one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 8 now. It's 8 now.
It's 8 now.
It's
It's
8
9
now.
now because we got another
Ooh.
episode to do. Holy shit, we're up to 9. In 2 years, we're going up to 9 episodes.
Wait, this
Hey now.
not even one every
You're a
3
rock
months.
You know, some TV shows, they only have 9 in a year.
That's true.
Not
That's
like,
true.
but their year is like 6 months.
But they also film them in advance and just put them out while they're filming the other ones.
That's
True.
why
We,
That's
we also
Scooby-Doo.
have some production value. We do.
we do.
Yeah, we do. We're doing shit. Hope you like the new intro. I haven't even seen it yet. It's being worked on while we're filming. Anyway, guys, that's everything we got for right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you were just as freaked out as we were. I know at least the screaming EVP and the ankle pull, like, that'd be enough to keep you up at night, because I know she ain't going to sleep tonight.
No, she is.
No, she is. She's already passing out right now.
She's already like.
She's like, I'm already scared to sleep, guys.
3 sheets in the bed.
So that's gonna do it for us, guys. And like we said, the beer was okay, but we ended up drinking these afterwards. I don't know where my other can is. So thanks for stopping out. And as you know, it's 3 a.m. somewhere.
Ching.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ching.
You can hear the emptiness in those cans.
We drank it all already.
Sorry.